Um, this is a blog for the past 2.5 to 3 weeks. I haven't done a blog in quite some time, partially because I've been preparing for a performance that I did yesterday at TEDx. The video for that will go up as well, and an analysis for that performance. So that's the song 3 that I've been working on. The first one was Butterfly, second one was Under the Bridge, third one was With or Without You that I said I was going to do, but I modulated it and I've changed it about to make a mashup on the loop pedal, so I've been using that of With or Without You and Sweet Child of Mine, sort of mix up. It's taken me a long time to rehearse, so for the past 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been rehearsing just that. Because I've had to get used to the loop pedal. The timing is very, very crucial for that song. So for about a week I was trying to work with the timing and get the different parts correct, because I have to know what different sections that I need to loop together to make the song, and the structure and the order of looping them. So that took quite a long time. I had to watch various different videos, gather different ideas and interpretations of how the song is done, and then amalgamate that to create my own version of it. So that took me quite some time to get the structure sorted, and then I had to figure out my vocals and the guitar and adding little extra bits in. Initially I was just going to do With or Without You just by itself on the loop, so I was working on that for a week and a half, actually 2 weeks. I was just working With or Without You, so at least so by that point I knew all the little bits like whoa, oh, oh, oh. So I knew how to, the different sections of where I could time my guitar with my vocals and sort of build it up in that way. And then about a week ago, I watched a video online of someone doing a mashup of With or Without You and Sweet Child of Mine. After speaking to my teacher about, after sort of doing a rehearsal performance, which is also up, rehearsal / performance that I did in class with the loop, I got some feedback, and through that feedback it was suggested that because the chords of the song are so simple and highly used, you can use a lot of different songs with the song, without the chords. So with or without you, with or without you she's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. And she will be loved, she will be loved, she will be loved. If I could, then I would. I'll go wherever you will go, way up high or down low. I'll go wherever you will go. Can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa. Oh, that was bad. But there are a variety of different songs that can be played with these simple chords. So the feedback suggested that I mix the songs up, especially if I intend, as I did before, to use this in my set list as a final song for my performance, because it's a loop song, you can do a lot with it, and obviously all these different songs. So I thought I'd get the variety of different songs and mix them in. And then so while I was researching that online, I found Wither Lightning Sweet Child, and I thought instead of adding various different songs and putting them in, you know, sliding them in little bits, I should do a full set of both of them together. And so I was rehearsing that for a week. I should have ideally done that a lot, so I didn't rehearse it enough because of my performance. I did make quite a few mistakes yesterday, but that's what's been going. So I've had to be using this guitar, my loop station, various different cables, and it took me a few lessons to sort of figure out the technicalities of it, and I had to speak to Mr. Taylor, who's really good with the sound and technical aspects of it, and find out how I can connect my loop to the PA system and all of that. So these are really important. I think that they're alternative but really important rehearsal processes, because I have to know the instruments that I'm using and understand the different ways I can use them. So a couple of lessons were spent experimenting with the different sounds and different sections of it. So I spent with Priya and Arvind a lesson just exploring the loop pedal and getting them to overdub things and me to overdub things and play the guitar and get different songs in. So I think that was really, really a helpful process. And through all these different aspects, I think after yesterday, I can say that my rehearsals have been really successful, because I'm now comfortable and confident, having now played in front of a live audience with my loop station, on how to use it, you know, the things I can do with it, if things go wrong, how to correct them. So I think obviously there's room for improvement of, you know, using the time delays and things if you mess up your instrument and beat, but I need to figure out how to do that and not have the time delay affect the other loops that I'm making as well. So that kind of thing, I need to focus on the technicalities of it. But generally I know how I can connect my loops or PA system, so I can use my loop anywhere, and know the different aspects of my loop station, different parts of the song. So going to the song specifically, all the different parts, I performed them, knew all of them well, and I was able to do that. Improvements wise, I need to focus on my voice, because currently, as you heard, I'm losing my voice after having performed the With or Without You mashup about 8 times yesterday, and for the past week every day, a few times, 3, 4, 4 to 5 times at least a day. So that has really had a strain on my voice, and I've got sore throat now, and I'm losing my voice, so I need to focus on, in my rehearsals, not straining my voice and being able to breathe properly so that I can use my diaphragm more for the high notes. From the performance and from rehearsals, the high oohs, I need to think up, use my eyebrows, breathe more instead of, you know, just trying to hit the notes, instead of, you know, climbing up the notes and getting a really weird chromatic sound. I need to be able to hit the notes properly. I think to get to these points, to improve all of this, and timing as well, to improve all of this, I will have to perform the song on my loop station again and again in front of a live audience, because while I performed it so many times while rehearsing it, I was really confident and it was going really well. But as soon as I'm put in front of an audience, the pressure of performing with a loop first time, I think that pressure needs to go, because there are a lot of technical aspects that play. It's not just you and a guitar. So, well, it is, but there's a lot more obviously going on to it. So plays a big role and a big part in it, which is what I need to focus upon. And so yeah, for the rest of this week, I will be performing all my other songs just to have a review, go back to them. I'll bring my loop station in tomorrow to play all the songs and try and experiment if I can use my loop pedal with all the other different songs as well. I added a drum track, I created a drum track on the guitar for Butterfly, which I was rehearsing a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So I think I might try and implement those and bring those in. So that will be what I plan to do in the next few weeks. Focus on these songs, and I need to pick another song that I have to do that I want to be more upbeat, because currently my songs are very relaxed, except Butterfly. Butterfly is the only upbeat one I have. And then I have Under the Bridge, which is quite slow, and Without You, which can come in the middle depending on how I play the song and how it works out on the day. I am considering doing Castle on the Hill as well, which I know the song now, most of it except the bridge bit, but that is a challenging song for me because of the vocals and they're really hard. I'm not going to really try it really hard to stand there, but I've been rehearsing that a few times as well. I'm not too sure if I'm going to implement that into my set list, if I can find a better alternative of a more upbeat song. Like, I'm considering doing Don't, because that I use on my loop pedal. I think using the loop pedal is something very different, and if I now am deciding to perform at a pub by myself, I think that will give fits the repertoire and the atmosphere with my loop, just me and a couple more instruments, so I can turn it from a simple acoustic gig, which can get quite boring, into something quite fun, quite upbeat, get audience participation, get them to sing along. So I think now, while I still have to get a few more songs in, I'm not too worried about those because I'm now rehearsing for my performance. I'm trying to perform whenever I rehearse, like I'm performing to an audience, emotion, facial expression, enjoying the songs. So I think I'm going to use the approach of now I'm preparing for my performance rather than just rehearsing a bunch of songs. So I think that will divert my mindset into performing as a performer and learning the songs while trying to perform them. And I think that should be interesting, and it will, I think, personally help me a lot more, but that's something that I'll have to evaluate. So this is Castle on the Hill, a toned down version because of my voice. When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends. Tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain across our old town. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart broken here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the roaring fields in so long. I know I've grown. I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel it's real. And we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. 15 years old, smoking handmade cigarettes, running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Oh, take me back to when we found weekend jobs and we got paid. We buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not thrown up in so long. Oh, how we've grown. I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel it's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Okay, quick evaluation. I should not sing songs like that when I have a sore throat and my voice is going already. Not a good choice because firstly the song doesn't sound good, secondly my voice is heavily impacted. So a couple of things to work on over the next few weeks, but yeah, been doing the loop station, focusing on With or Without You mashup, evolving it, developing it into a great song, I hope, over the past few weeks, which has taken a lot longer than my schedule expected, but that happens when you're working with technical aspects and creating music live. But yeah, I think I'm on track. My performance is now further than I first anticipated it to be because I found a venue for an appropriate date. So yeah, I think I'm on progress and things are going well. Rehearsals are quite successful. I'm not wasting time. Everything's constructive and helpful towards my final performance, and my rehearsals are really effective. I'm working on different things, experimenting and perfecting songs. The one thing that is still bugging me quite a lot is that under the bridge little bit that I still can't seem to get there. I got that bit though. This bit. Getting this. Everything of the song is great except that little bit. So unfortunately that's the intro, so that needs to be better. So that is one thing I'm really working on, trying to use my pinky more by practicing that lick, and whenever I'm soloing or anything, use my little finger more so that it gets stronger. But that's the 3-week vlog, and I'll have another one in a few weeks.